Do you have questions concerning planning a Disney trip? Ask them live on the show or submit them on our website at patmdisneytravel.wixsite.com/planning. Hey, what's going on, everybody? You can see a new face tonight. Braden's going to join us for the first part of the stream. We are going to open some packs of Fabled. Fabled released over the weekend, and we've opened a box and a half now and have had some good luck. But I would expect some fantastic pulls out of what we've got left because we haven't pulled diddly poo out of this box yet. So I would expect an epic. I would expect probably 5 or 6 legendaries out of the 12 packs we're going to open. It is going to be pretty fantastic. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about D23 and the disaster it was over the weekend. We've been telling you guys for about a month that it was going to be that way. It was. We didn't lie to you. There were really only like 4 or 5 things that came out of it that were worth anything. And then I've got a fantasy football draft tonight. So I know Vest and Salvador, you're probably watching the stream. I'm going to do that live on stream tonight, and we're going to have some fun with that. So, no, it's going to be a long show. We're going to have some fun with it. But welcome to the DPI podcast. Let's get going. It's Labor Day. Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to Disney Planning Insights. Through creative content and live shows, we explain the hidden details of the Disney experience so that our clients can execute memorable adventures. Together with Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel, we have helped hundreds of clients plan, book, and prepare for magical Disney vacations. Let our experience help you avoid common planning mistakes and maximize the enjoyment on your next Disney trip. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Matt. It is the DPI podcast. It is Labor Day. It's September 1st. We are already in September, and I have got my little buddy behind me. Say hi, Braden.
Hi.
We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to open some packs of Fabled. But like I always do to open the show, I like to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the channel over the last week. We did have about 14 subscribers this week, which is another great week on the subscriber front. But we had some that did make themselves public. So in the last 7 days, we have Josh Duke Saramento. We're going to go ahead and say thank you there. We're going to say hi and thank you to Chris Mart Brianna. Or Brianna Chris Mart. Ava Adams, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Orlando Reese, thank you for subscribing to the channel. And then the TC19 channel, thank you for subscribing to the channel over on YouTube. Over on Twitch, Aaron Vest, thank you for hitting that follow button over on Twitch. Very much appreciate that. And Mr. Sprite, good to see you again this week. Thanks for jumping on and saying hi. Hope you're having a great start to your week. Let us know if you have any questions with anything that we've got going on. So if you read the description of this week's show, we are going to have kind of a variety show tonight. I'm kind of excited and fired up about what's going on with tonight's show. So Braden's here for a very specific reason. Braden, what are we doing tonight?
We are going to be opening we're going to be opening some new Fabled cards.
So we've got some new packs of Fabled lined up and ready to open. So we're going to have some fun with that here in a second. We're also going to talk a little bit of D23 disaster, and we're also going to get into a little bit of fantasy football talk. And I know it sounds weird to say fantasy football on stream, but it happens to be a fantasy football draft night, so we are going to go ahead and knock that out tonight as well. So let's go ahead. Let's get over to the Lorcana pack opening screen here. That is the intro. That is not what I wanted. I wanted this one. There we go. See, we can see everything there. And we've got some Fabled packs. Yeah, Fabled.
Fabled!
Ready to go. All right, so Brayden, let's give you a Mickey pack. I'm going to take a Goofy movie pack, and we are going to start knocking these guys out. If you're in the chat and you've had some good hits in Fabled, let us know.
Yeah.
We have done, like I said, about a box and a half of Fabled. The first box was really, really good. We ended up with an epic, 6 legendaries, one of them being foil, and that was a Circle of Life legendary foil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was.
This box so far, we opened the first half of this box over the weekend, and we didn't get anything out of it. So I'm super excited to see what we get out of the box here.
We might get the good stuff in this one.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what we've got. So Brayden, go ahead. Let's start with your pack. Let's see what we've got there.
Okay, so we got Heal What Has Been Hurt. Ooh.
Yep. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
There we got Matt's Goof. Jafar.
They should be selling them in Canada.
Canada.
They should be at your local game stores right now. The big box store release is this Friday, so September the 5th is the big box release. So you should start seeing them in some of your bigger retailers as well as Amazon. Amazon release is on September the 5th. Okay, keep going.
Got Sudden Chill. Hans, Luisa Madrigal, our first uncommon of the show, and that's Aurora.
One of my favorite cards from the new set right now, that Aurora.
LeFou.
LeFou?
LeFou. Little John.
First pack legendary hit.
The rare, the queen, and ooh, a legendary Matt's Goof, and a rare foil family fishing pole, but it's a
one of the regular foils.
Regular.
Yeah, so let's keep that Max Goof out over here.
I like it.
Yeah,
that's a cool Matt's Goof.
That's a big hit off the first pack. So great start to the packs. My first pack.
Pluto.
Yeah, that Aurora's fun. So we got Pluto and Rapunzel, Prince Eric,
Mickey Mouse,
Steamboat Willie.
Oh yeah, Steamboat Willie.
Cruella DeVille. Dolores Madrigal, Aurelian Gyra Sensor. Wow. Camilla Madrigal. Lawrence.
Okay.
We've got a rare Winnie the Pooh, a rare Lantern, and then foil Stitch.
Oh, is that? Wait.
I think that's just the regular foil. Oh no, that's the rainbow foil.
Yeah, it's the rainbow
So
foil.
I'm going to show off a couple of different things here, because we have got in this box a couple of different foilings. So you can see on the Stitch, it comes across really well on the camera. The Stitch is the rainbow foiling that they put on the Epics, where the family fishing pole is the standard gold foiling that's going on the foil cards this set. So they have air carded the foils, and I'm going to turn around here a second. I've got it right here. So if you look at the Epic foiling on the Kuzco, now that Kuzco is really sharp, but you can see that rainbow foil coming across really well on the camera. And that rainbow foiling was only supposed to be for the Epics in this set, but a lot of cards ended up getting that Epic foiling treatment, which was really, really neat. So yeah, so Brayden, you got the best pack of the first two packs. So what do you want? You want a Cruella, or do you want a Goofy movie?
Cruella.
Cruella.
You get another Goofy movie.
I'm going to go with Goofy movie again. So yeah, Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell's got a lot of good cards, Robert. A lot of good cards.
Wait, first we were talking about Aurora, then we're talking about the Stitch, and now we're talking about
Tinkerbell, because you have somebody talking to us here.
Oh, anything.
So we've got a chat, yeah. So you're looking at a lot of different things. So go ahead. Let's go ahead, Brayden, and let's see what we got.
Be our guest. You can fly. Fire the cannons. Make the potion. Anna. Winnie the Pooh Honey Wizard. Ooh, an uncommon baby Tuk Tuk. Signed contract. 4 dozen eggs. Power line. Grand Pabby. And a common rainbow foil?
That looks like a rainbow foil as well? No, that looks like a regular foil.
Oh, a regular common foil Hercules.
Yeah, and then we'll go into my pack here. My pack, I've got Daisy Duck.
Ooh, Daisy.
Sergeant Tibbs. Hercules. Mickey Mouse. Coconut Basket. Kuzco. 4 dozen eggs. Queen of Hearts.
Tuk Tuk.
Baby Tuk Tuk. Heart of Tafiti. And we've got our second legendary hit, and it's going to be the legendary Elsa.
Ooh.
Robert asked, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks, Robert. Yeah, doing good.
And then we got a Dewey foil here. So let's get Dewey out there. So yeah, so 4 packs in, 2 legendary hits, and this is kind of exactly what we expected, wasn't it? With how bad the cards were the first one. I'm going to go with Cruella this time. You can have the Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, the first 12 packs out of this box were pretty bad. I mean, we got 1 super rare foil and a few super rares, but really, for the most part, there wasn't a lot on the hit side. This is kind of what we expected to get a hit about every other pack. So Pluto starts mine, PJ Pete, Ariel, Crystal Wolf come back. How you doing? We're opening up some Lorcana tonight. Are you in school now, Brayden?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in school now.
Winnie the Pooh. Sadly. But you got a big week. What do you have coming up this week at school?
Drama and robotics.
Drama and robotics.
I'm excited for robotics.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Li Shang, Ursula, and we're going to go super rare. Pongo.
And a
legendary foil.
A legendary foil?
Legendary foil Scar.
Oh, with the baboon skull.
Yeah. Check that bad boy out.
Oh, I like that. It's shiny.
Yeah. So, like I said, this is exactly what we were expecting and hoping for out of this, is knocking out 5 or 6. Great. I'm at home in Germany. We have this week holidays.
Guys, I live in Germany. We have this week holidays.
Yeah, so Brayden had holiday today. He was on holiday today.
Wait. Oh yeah, I got the extra weekends of school.
Yeah, but back to school tomorrow.
I got scared because today was Monday and I forgot that I didn't have school today, and it was about 7 and Allie was still in her room, so I was like, wait, but I thought today was a school day. But yeah.
All right, go ahead with your pack, Bray.
Then we got Ursula as Vanessa, Sergeant Tibbs, Beast's Mirror, Aladdin, Jasmine. Oh, I like that Jasmine.
Oh, Mommy, the Scar card is cool. Yeah, that's one of the new cards. That's an awesome card.
Nice comment. We got the Rose Lantern, Magic Mirror, Julieta Madrigal, Card Soldiers, already a super rare.
A super rare to start out.
And a super rare. Wait, this isn't a foil though. an epic. I got an epic. That's crazy. So that Lilo's pretty cool. An epic Goofy. That is. Wait, it doesn't have the outline.
Yeah,
it was a misprint.
No, so the epics are borderless on this one.
Oh.
So yeah.
Why? that doesn't really make sense, but cool anyway.
Yeah, so an epic.
And then we got two super rares in a row. Two super rares. If you don't get any rares and you get straight to a super rare, that's probably good news for me.
Okay, so you had the better pack there. Even though I pulled the foil Scar, you pulled the epic on that one.
Oh, a nice pull, Brayden. Thanks, Mommy.
All right.
Okay.
Mickey or...
I'm going Mickey, you know.
Steamboat Willie. All right, and you get to open the pack first. So yeah, so if you're... Please open the pack in the camera. So...
Oh, okay.
So here we go. We'll open the pack in the camera here. Flip it over so...
There we go.
There you go.
Lost in the Woods, your favorite song besides summer.
Here, let's keep them down there.
Got Powerline, Hercules, Aladdin, Mufasa. It's weird because that Mufasa looks like different artwork from the rest of them. Because this one is a lot more... Because all of these are a lot more cartoony. That one is like a painting.
Yeah.
Casa Madrigal. Melodon Waits.
Medallion.
Oh, Medallion. Same thing. Mama Odie. Aurora. One Last Hope.
Eye to Eye.
Eye to Eye. And an uncommon rainbow foil. Camalo Madrigal.
Yeah. So we'll put the foil over here. I'll go ahead and open mine. Yeah, this is exactly like a Pokemon pack with the way that they set them up. So in the packs, you're going to get your common cards and then uncommon cards, and then the last three spots are for rare or higher.
Yeah,
so,
rare or higher.
So we'll start out with the common cards. Heal What Has Been Hurt, Gaston, Benja, Verana, Aurora, and Poor Unfortunate Souls. And you get one of each of the common cards, one of each what they call ink color. So you can see each color is represented in those.
It's different. So we got amber, red, silver, green, blue, and purple.
Yep. And then your uncommon cards, you get three of them, so it's going to be a mix. So Ursula, Judy Hopps, and then Smash are my uncommon cards. So you get a mix of those three. Then your rare or higher. So your rarity symbols are down here at the bottom. So the circle is going to be your common. The book is going to be your uncommon. The triangle is your rare. I got a second rare, which is an Ursula shell necklace.
And super rares are like the shells.
Yeah. And then the last card is always going to be your foil, and that's going to be like either a regular foil card, your epic cards like this one, or your enchanteds. Or now iconics. They have more rarities on top now. So there's a lot of different ways that you can get the higher end cards. Your God packs right now, when you're talking about that, they're not only shiny, but you're going to get legendary, enchanted would be what would be considered like the God pack now. You had the better pack, so go ahead and pick what you got.
We're going to get Goofy Movie.
Goofy Movie. We know we keep Steamboats for last, so I'm going to go with a Goofy Movie as well. So yeah, there's no full shiny packs, not yet at least. And this set's kind of a weird set because it is a lot of reprints. So 85% of the set is reprints. So it's a great start. Great way to get in if you haven't done Lorcana before, because you're going to get a lot of the cards from the earlier sets, and the only playable cards from the first four sets will be in this will be in this set. So
we got Rapunzel, Raya, Mickey Mouse, Baby Pegasus. He's so cute. Louie, Belle, Olaf, Ursula, Hercules. After my first rare, that's actually kind of crazy. Okay, so then we got Cuzco, a legendary Cruella de Vil. What? A common normal foil Aurora. What is it?
yeah, yep, normal. So let's put the foil over there. So yeah, so Cruella. So our fourth legendary of now has been. That was the 9th pack that we opened up.
Ninth pack? I
Yeah.
thought it's been way more. Okay.
Nope, because we only had 12 to open up, and we've got 3 left.
Oh yeah, 9. Okay.
So yeah, so good start. And then the back card, we kind of throw these off to the side right now because we've got the full set. But they do a puzzle for each set. This puzzle is Powerline. Once we get through the opening, we
Reina Jafar's my favorite one.
Is it? Yeah, Reina Jafar had 2 16 card puzzles.
But the one where Aladdin and Jasmine are in the palace is my favorite.
Atlantica, Gaston, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, One Jump Ahead, I'm Stuck, Mother Knows Best, World's Greatest Criminal Mind, Be King Undisputed. My first rare or higher is a Cursed Merfolk. My second is going to be a super rare Prince Philip.
And a common rainbow foil, Poor Unfortunate Soul.
And then you can see again that rainbow foiling. It is a misprint on these cards. It was supposed to be only on the epics, so it's kind of a neat thing. You can really see the blue come across in it. But the foiling in these was supposed to be a straight gold on all of the foil cards, and some of them got the epic foil treatment, like this Goofy here, that you have that epic rainbow foiling that you can see. So yeah, last 2 packs.
You got the better pack because you got a super rare.
Yep, so I'll open first, but Braden gets the Steamboat Willie pack.
Steamboat Willies are lucky.
They are. We have fun with those ones.
It's either a legendary, an epic, or better yet, an iconic.
Well, we can hope.
Yeah, we can only hope.
All right, so my pack, I've got Daisy Duck, then Agrabah, Tinkerbell.
Donald.
How expensive? So for a box of 24 packs, you're looking at about $140 US dollars. They do have them in German as well. So English, German, French, Japanese, and Chinese right now. You can get. So, and then per pack, newer packs are going to run about $6 US. Some of the older sets you can get them in the $4 to $5 range per pack. So
the rarer the card, the more expensive this is.
Yep. Flounder and Cuzco and my commons. We got Belle, Nani,
with a Stitch Whacker,
Maui's Palace of Exile, a rare Rafiki.
Ooh, that Rafiki's.
A rare Moana.
And a common rainbow foil Sergeant Tibbs.
Sergeant Tibbs ends my packs today. So about 140 euro, of 145 euro. Yeah, about that sounds about right for the new sets. Just depends on where you're getting it from. I know over here, the new, like for pre-orders, it's ranged anywhere from about 120 US to about 150 US, so it just depends on where you order it from. Alright, our last pack.
Okay, be a good one. So we got Pluto, Rapunzel, Jafar, Megara, Flounder, Lucia Madrigal. We got Last Ditch Effort, Mickey Mouse, Roxanne,
Oh.
a super rare power line, a legendary. It's a legendary. Then it's an epic. An epic.
Yeah, well,
Epic rainbow foil. Dang. It's a Stitch and an epic Cusco as a llama.
Dude. So kind of like we called, the pull rates have been pretty consistent, so it was pretty easy to say what we were going to get. But you never know, because it's pull rates, and the cards aren't necessarily seeded per box. So you don't know that you're getting that 5 to 6 legendaries per pack, or per box. You don't know that you're getting that 1 to 2 epics per box. 100%.
Crystal Wolf Comeback sent a skull emoji.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, when we didn't pull anything out of our first packs, we knew that the packs that we were putting on stream were going to be really, really good. So to pull that out, you know, that's probably, with the box being $145, we probably pulled out $115 worth of cards just in the 12 packs. So yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
the Stitch is awesome.
Yeah, Stitch is probably my favorite too, besides Pegasus.
So the big card in this set, the legendary Dumbo has been the big chase card. It's going for about $100 just for that card right now. So it's been pretty crazy.
Dang.
But yeah, so that is how you open cards on stream. That was a fantastic opening.
So we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 legendaries and 2 epics.
And one of the legendaries was a foil. So
a legendary foil.
Yeah. So that's a pretty crazy opening. So our epics now, we have Goofy, we have
Oh dang, are these
2 of the Cuscos, and a B King Undisputed.
Wow.
And then in the legendary foils, we have a Circle of Life legendary foil. And then as part of the organized play packs, I got the Queen for playing in a pre-release event, and then we got the Alice as our Buy a Box promo.
And the spinning teacup.
Yeah, so keep checking back on the stream. We may do this a little bit more. I've got another box.
Wait, you got another Fabled?
Braden doesn't know what's in this box yet. So, who knows what could be in this. And we probably have some more cards coming too. I know I've got a trove coming, so we'll kind of see from there.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, what's in the box?
You'll find out next week.
Next week?
Yep.
My little body can't. My little body would rot by then.
Worth the buy because you get more back than a Pokemon pack. You know, it really depends on what you want to do. On the collector side, I think Fabled has turned out to be what I thought it was going to be. Very much a collector's set. There are a lot of good chase cards in this set, which means that your box value is a lot better. Some of the sets haven't been that way. So you really have to kind of watch the competitive play side to kind of get an idea of where the actual meta's going, to know where you're going to make your money on the cards. You know, I kind of do a little bit of both. I collect and I play. So I'm looking for copies of cards for collection and copies of cards to play. But like having 2 of the Epic Cuzcos now, that gives me some trade bait or some set for sale bait, or some different things, some different options, having a couple copies of that card now. So yeah. But yeah, Braden, thank you for jumping on stream with us.
It's my pleasure.
I'm going to get into some Disney news, and you need to go downstairs and
clean up my Hot Wheels.
Clean up your mess. So, thanks for coming on.
Okay.
Awesome pools. We'll see you later.
Okay. See ya, everyone.
That is my son, Braden. If you want him to come back on the show, let me know. He's a lot of fun to have on. So, all right, let me get back over to the other screen here, and let's talk a little bit of Disney news. Because we did have something pretty big happen over the weekend. All right. That was a lot of fun. I am about 10 minutes away from a fantasy football draft as well, so you'll see me kind of jumping over there and getting ready for that as well. I'm probably going to split screen and put up the draft and everything on here, so we're going to have some fun with that tonight as well. But, yeah, so let's talk a little bit about D23. D23 was kind of exactly what I thought it was going to be. They didn't have a lot to talk about this year. And a lot of it is really on Disney for, I guess, let me try and say this without being mean about it. They didn't position themselves well to have a good show this year. And a lot of that is because they kind of shot their shot last year. They announced a ton last year. And we knew that this year was going to be more of an update kind of year. In years past at Destination D23, we have gotten some news. We have gotten some big news. This year just didn't seem like it was going to be that show. And about 2 months ago, I put a short out, and it was called The Problem with D23 in 2025. And it was really highlighting that there wasn't going to be a whole lot of new news. They needed to figure out a way to make what they were releasing and what they have in the works exciting. And I didn't think that they could do that. And they really didn't. They couldn't, because they're really not in a position to share a ton of details about Villains Land. And everything else is kind of moving. And I really think that they are mid-plan with Cars Land. So what did we get out of D23? Well, we got 5, I would say, major things out of D23. The first thing that we got was we got an opening date for World of Frozen at Disneyland Paris. So that's going to be at that Disney Adventures Park, which is kind of adjacent to Disneyland Paris. And it is going to open in the spring of 2026. So we knew that it was coming. We knew that, we've been giving construction updates for a while on this park. It's almost done. What are you getting with World of Frozen? Well, you're going to get 3 new rides. You're going to get a lagoon out there. The lagoon is going to be a show lagoon. So you're going to have another place to see a show at Disneyland Paris. They have the castle show. They have the drone show and projection show on their Tower of Terror. They're going to have this lagoon as well. Now, do they stop doing the Tower of Terror show in lieu of the lagoon show? More than likely. Perfect timing to see what happened with Africa. Africa. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. The other thing that's going to be happening over at Disney Adventure World is the Lion King edition as well. So when World of Frozen opens, you're going to walk right past this this Lion King expansion as well. It's only going to be one ride. It's going to be a Splash Mountain style ride. Lion King theming. And it concerns me a little bit with being at Disneyland Paris. And it's more with the climate zone than anything else there. It snows in Paris. Marne-la-Vallée is where it is. It's like a half hour outside the city. But it snows there. And I feel like this is going to be like a 2.5 season ride. It's probably going to open in May, maybe late April, but probably closer to May. And it's probably going to shut down in October. So you may only get it for 5-6 months. Because it looks like some of the Flume ride is going to be outside. So it's one thing that you're going to have to, take into account. If this is going to be a water ride, unless it's going to be a heated water ride, I don't know that I'm going to see that happening. You're probably not getting a year-round ride. So you really got to be careful with that. The other thing that you're going to see happening over there is they have this huge plot of land. And I really think it's going to be the next thing. And I really think that this is something that's going to be part of D23 next year. You're going to have an announcement on what this other land is going to be. Initially, it was going to be a Galaxy's Edge in Paris. I don't know that it's going to be Galaxy's Edge in Paris anymore. They had kind of taken it, and then they took it off the table, and then there's rumors of it coming back. Who knows what's going to happen over there? I really think they're going to see what happens with Villains Land, and I think Paris makes a perfect park to put the Villains Land over in Adventure World. You have World of Frozen, you can have the Lion King, you can have a Villains area over there, and it makes sense. So, that's what I see happening over there. Other big announcements that came from D23. Really, I think the biggest out of nowhere announcement was changing the color on the castle again. There were two, I guess. So, Cinderella Castle at Magic Kingdom went to this pinkish shade for Disney World's 50th anniversary. It happened when they changed projectors, and I really, as an AV guy, thought that it really had to do with the projection. Maybe the new projectors didn't show up on the gray as good as they did on this pink. They changed the color of the turrets, and they came out and said that's why they changed the color of the turrets, was for the projections. I thought that the pink on the castle had something to do with that as well. Well, they announced at Destination D23 over the weekend that the classic gray and white castle is coming back. And I think that was music to a lot of people's ears. I think a lot of people didn't like the pink castle and are glad that the gray and white castle is coming back. To me, it didn't much matter. I liked the hued castle. That pink looked a million different colors during the day, depending on how the light hit it. I thought it was a really pretty color. I thought it did the park really well. It's going to be nice to have the gray and white castle back. It does better with perspective. It does better with just making the pink castle now the 50th castle. Just like they had the birthday cake castle and they got rid of it, the pink castle is going to be gone now. So, the other big thing that came out was some changes to Carousel of Progress. Yeah. I was like, Carousel of Life jumped into my head for a second, but Carousel of Progress. Carousel of Progress is getting a new animatronic. I think the worst thing that Disney can do is Disney World Land in Germany, because nobody would go. It's their fear of knife attack. Yeah, I don't know. Security at Disney parks is so strong, and especially we noticed it a lot more in Paris, where you would have more of a relevant knife attack. I mean, in the States, you've got gun laws and that kind of stuff that could be you're more worried about the guns here than you are knives. Over there, where a knife attack could be prevalent, the security was a lot more visible. And I think that's really what the biggest deterrent was in Paris, was the visibility of the French army. I mean, and that's what it was. It was, I mean, they were soldiers. It wasn't police officers, they were soldiers. One of our enduring memories from that trip is the night that we really put time into taping the fireworks. I have a pretty expansive camera rig that I tape with. Well, Braden had to use the bathroom really bad during the show. So at the end of the show, I take him and go. And I'm like, just wait for me here. I'll come back, tear down the camera, we can get out of here. Well, they immediately clear the park after the fireworks in Paris. So they've got this basically line of military coming through the park. They've already cleared the back of the park. They start at the castle, and they start working up Main Street, clearing out people. And the girls were like, we don't know how to take this down, and we don't want to take it anywhere. And they're basically like, you need to pick it up and you need to move. So, yeah, it was kind of crazy. Yeah, I think Disney parks in different countries all pose different challenges. I'm really interested to see how the Dubai project goes. Because you've got your own set of challenges there. You've got the heat, you've got the sun, you've got cultural norms that you're confused days. Yeah, you've got cultural norms that you have to work around with an Arab Disney. So that's going to be really interesting to see how they balance that park and in the building of that park over the next 10 years. So, yeah, and then Canada, a whole nother set of challenges. I think the biggest challenge that you have in Canada is weather. You know, I think the farthest north that you could really have a successful Disney-style park would be like Indiana, like Indianapolis-ish, maybe out into the Great Plains a little bit in the United States. But you get much farther north than that with your risk of blizzards and heavy snow and that kind of stuff. I just don't think it makes a whole lot of sense. You know, Paris is unique because it snows, but it never is really like a heavy snow. It's always like a pretty wet snow, but it's never like, yeah, it's over type snow. You know, you get snows even in our area. I'm in the Indianapolis area. There's days it can snow 14 inches in a day. We've had that before. And that would absolutely cripple a Disney park. And when you're talking about, you're probably not going to close the parks for weather. You know, it's few and far between. You've really got to be able to have a park that isn't going to be affected by the weather. So let's get back into, you know, Carousel of Progress. Carousel of Progress is one of the oldest rides. It actually kind of predates Disney a little bit, with it being part of the World's Fair, and the concept being part of the World's Fair. But it would be just the Um, Carousel Progress is getting a new animatronic, and the animatronic is going to be of Walt Disney. So, we all know what happened in Disneyland with the Walt Disney animatronic out there. I haven't seen it in person, but the videos apparently don't do it justice. It doesn't look great. Hopefully, what they do in the Carousel Progress is a lot better at World. And it sounds like they're going to do it at the beginning of the ride when they do the introduction of what the Carousel Progress is, which is really cool. They're also going to update some of the scenes and that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens there. I want to make sure that I've got sound on here. Yes, okay. It's going to yell in my ear. But yeah, so that was the other kind of big surprise. So what were some of the things that weren't surprises? Well, the villains panel was a whole lot of, I won't say nothing, because the villains panel did have kind of where they're going to go with the architecture and that kind of stuff, and kind of design process, which was kind of neat. But there were no details, no set in stone stuff. No, hey, we're going to be building starting on this date, and we have an expected opening for this date, and here's what the name's going to be. It was very much you've got a Villains Land coming. Here's the designers that we're bringing in. Here's some of the artists that we're bringing in. Here's where some of our inspiration is coming from. But it wasn't like super detailed on this is what you're getting. What else did we get that wasn't a surprise? Tron's getting an overlay, and I think this is cool. When you do a ride that is very LED spectrum dependent, like Tron is, you can do a lot with that. And they are going to be doing a Tron Ares overlay for the film release in October, which is really cool. So it's going to have a red team. The canopy is going to have a red LED glow to it. The photo is going to have that red glow to it. It's going to be cool. They're going to bring in some of the Nine Inch Nails soundtrack music in for that as well. That's going to be really cool. Super excited about that. I think that's going to be a neat addition to that park. Beacon Barrel is now closed, or not, is now open. I have two things going on in my head. Beacon Barrel is now open. Getting some reviews on that. A lot of people are saying it falls kind of between Oga's and Trader Sam's, which was kind of what I was hoping. Sounds like you get some songs, some shanties. You get a little bit of pirate feel to it. You've got an animatronic parrot in there, so it's got a lot of things that I was hoping it would have. I will reserve my full judgment on it until I get a chance to have a couple of drinks in it. But from everything that I've seen and heard and read, it seems like they did the right thing with this. So, cool, good on Disney for that. Now, on the closing side, so Beacon Barrel not closing. Dino Land is, and the Boneyard closed today. Last day is today. So, what are we doing here? Probably have to go running back. Like I said, I'm going to be in fantasy football mode here. I'm next pick, so I need to see what we got. I am now on the clock. Looking at running backs, we'll go with the easy pick here. I'm going to go ahead and take Jonathan Taylor. Okay. So that was easy. So the Boneyard is closing. So the Boneyard was that big kind of interactive area right at the front of Dino Land as you walked in from the Tree of Life, the Bugs Life entrance area by Flame Tree Barbecue. It was that kind of entrance area there. it shuts down after today. And then we know what's coming. Tropical Americas, Equatorial Americas is coming. You're getting a carousel, you're getting an Encanto ride, you're getting a retheme of Dinosaur to Indiana Jones. Probably 2 to 3 restaurants. They really haven't confirmed, but it sounds like maybe a sit down and then 2 quick service restaurants. It's gonna be a cool area. I'm super excited for it. But they had the opportunity to make some announcements on this. You know, it's gonna open in 2027. I know you've got D23 next year. You probably know what the theming for your Indiana Jones ride is gonna be. Put it out there. You didn't. You had a chance to. You could have done it here. You wasted that opportunity. It is what it is. I mean, again, you can't go back and say, oh, whatever. They weren't going to do it. We knew they weren't going to do it. So, I'm not surprised. Like I said, we've been talking about this for 2 months. A lot of people have been like, oh, they're going to get all these details, yada, yada. No, they weren't. Nobody was going to get any details. So, let's see. Did I miss anything on this? Red Hues, 9 Inch Nails, talked about that. Walt Disney Automatronic. Gray and White Tie. Architectural inspiration behind Villain's Land. A documentary, a detailed documentary of Disneyland, the building of Disneyland's coming to Disney Plus. I'm gonna go nuts about that. If you are a fan of that kind of stuff, yeah, Disney does a great job with documentaries. They do. So, let's see, what is this? Napa Rose to receive stylish patio makeover at Disney's Grand California House. Yeah, nothing great. Disney Cruise Line, Cask and Cannon Tavern. So Pirates of the Caribbean getting a bar on the Destiny. They did announce a lot for the Destiny, which is going to be one of the new boats. So, why do you have so many bots in your chat? Crystal, I get one a week that wants to sell me subscribers. I'm right on that. I'm teetering right on that edge of affiliate on Twitch. So it's just like every stream, it seems like somebody's whispering or somebody's reaching out and, hey, you know, I can sell subscribers to you. I don't want you to sell subscribers to me. That's not why I'm here. I'm here for people to find me and talk Disney and talk other things, whatever. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like I said, it's about one a week now. It's really gone down. Uh-oh. Wi-Fi's going down. But yeah, I don't necessarily... Twitch is an interesting project for me because I really think I'm going to do something completely different with Twitch in the future. Because my base is over on YouTube. 100% on YouTube. So, I really think that's where I'm going to focus this show, is over on the YouTube side. And I think I'm going to do more of a Lorcana pack rip, play, that kind of stuff. But that would require me to do a secondary stream. And I really am not to a point to do that. So I'm really just kind of, hey, I'm going to figure this out at some point. I just don't know when. Let's see here. What do we have? Anything good here? Yeah, so fantasy football, one of those, kind of figuring out what I want to do here. Chase Brown. Future Hold 2025. We'll take a flyer on Chris Brown. Round 4. So, team right now, 2 keepers. It would be a good tip on Twitch because most people on Twitch are 12 plus. Yeah, that's the thing with Twitch, and I think that's where I want to kind of vary the audience. I actually want to bring the stream down to that age group, and I think that's why the pack openings and the gameplay and that kind of stuff will work better on Twitch. I think I can. I still think I can multicast over to YouTube with that, but I don't think this show does well on Twitch because it is generally positioned to an older audience. You know, people that are going to go to Disney, pay for trips, and want to have that kind of information. And the shows that do well on Twitch are more of like the action as it happens type shows. So like live broadcasting sports and like looks at financial markets and dealing with financial markets in real time and that kind of stuff. Not necessarily a news show about Disney. So, and I think that's where I just have to kind of figure out what makes sense over there. So yeah. Let's get back over here, just make sure that I didn't miss anything else. Okay, Disney Destiny. So Caston Cannon is going to be the Pirates theme bar. Doctor Strange inspired lounge will be the Sanctum. Will be there. Dr. Facilier will be a meet and play character lurking in the upper levels of the Grand Hall, looking to lure guests in for card tricks and sleight of hand. So that's gonna be cool. The Destiny really intrigues me. The tip is gaming gives more viewer than PAX, and then you talk perfect for Twitch. For you, yeah, I think so. Gaming gives more viewers than the PAX, and the talk is perfect. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's that real time action that people want over on Twitch. You want to go onto Twitch to see something happening in real time. It is live streaming, 100%. I could do this show, I could tape this show, and it could be perfectly fine on YouTube, if I posted it in a week. But for Twitch, it has to happen now. A lot of people don't go back and look at past Twitch streams. They want to see what's going on right now. And that, 100%. So, no, you have to be current for Twitch. And I think that's where this show, it tends to be a little slower than Twitch really can happen. So, but no, I very much appreciate the insight, Crystal. Yeah, there's not a whole lot else going on at Disney, so I really think I'm going to jump off and just kind of focus on this draft and that kind of stuff. What is your favorite game? Here's your favorite game. Then just play 10 minutes of this game. Yeah, I did that for a while. I played a game called Rogue Company for a while. It was kind of a first-person, third-person shooter. You could pick either perspective. And I played that for a while on Twitch. And that's kind of what got me kind of interested in Twitch as a platform. Is I followed a streamer that I had very similar interests in. He was a camera guy, worked in a couple of big films, and had a really good-looking stream, and that's kind of what drew me in. And he played games, and I started playing this game called Rogue Company because of him. And just, I mean, I would stream some of the Rogue Company stuff, and then the Disney stuff started happening around COVID, and I had more time to do it back then. Now it's more just the having this time available every week. This Monday night seems to be a good time every week to do this, so yeah. But Paris, Hong Kong's getting Moana restaurant, Villains Spectacular, Wicked Fest coming to Hong Kong Disneyland, and D23 next year in Anaheim if you're interested, if you're a gold member. August 14th, 15th, and 16th in Anaheim. Early plans of possibly being out there. We'll see. Popcorn Buckets and Sippers, Disney Imagineering. Yeah, nothing else huge. That's it. For the most part. Not a ton happening over for Destination D23. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to jump off. Thank you guys all for jumping on. Thank you for all the chat. Braden, thank you for jumping on and hanging out on stream. You want to come on and say bye to everybody?
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Have a good night, and we will talk to you next week. Bye now. Braden jumped on the stream with us, and we opened packs, and we had fantastic openings this week. So if you want to see some more pack openings, check us out probably next week. If you want to find us on social media, you can find us in a lot of different places. The easiest is going to be over on Facebook at DPI Podcast for the show page there. If you want to get into a conversation, find us over on Twitter X at Disney Insights. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Threads. Thank you guys always for watching, liking, subscribing, sharing. Everything that you do to support the channel is very much appreciated. Have a wonderful weekend. We will talk to you